is up, guys? Evergreen Fly Guy here. Gonna do another fly tying video for you today. I actually just went and picked up some of this stuff at a local fly shop. It was hard to get out of there. So I've been seeing a lot of blue, like a lot of blue and black patterns and stuff a lot lately. And I was like, I don't have much blue anything. I got some sparkly blue ice dove, and that's about it. So I was like, let's get some blue stuff. So let me show you what we're gonna be doing here. So we're gonna be doing a nymph, and we got some size 12 nymph hooks. We have our beads that we are gonna be using, and that is a speckled, like light pink and baby blue, and it's just this hairline dubbing brand, and the color is white jawbreaker. If you can see that there, that's in a 5/32 and a 3.8 millimeter, and that might be just a little bit big for our hook, but you'll see in a second it actually works out really well. Now we also have some blue thread we're going to be using. We're doing blue, so might be using blue thread. A little pink Senyo's Laser Dub hot pink. I like it because it was I have this sparkly little crystal-y pink, but I liked this soft pink a lot better. And I have some blue, like a shiny sapphire blue. It's called Venus Halo Tinsel, but it's like a sparkly sapphire blue, and we're going to be using that on our body. Now let me show you a couple I've done here. I'm going to pull these over here. I experimented a little bit, and I won't show you the ones I was wondering about, but these are this is how I decided I wanted to do this pattern. Now you see we have a black tail, and I forgot to mention that it's just a trim pieces off of some long black saddle hackle feathers. That's the tail. Then your body is that flashy blue ribbon. We have a collar out of that nice soft pink dubbing, and then we have that jawbreaker, the pink and light blue splatter tungsten bead up top, and I think it just looks really cool. It's a really good pattern. It looks like it would be great, because blue's kind of a sleeper color from what I've been told. Blue works pretty decent on certain bass fishing, so I mean it would make sense for it to work, on other types of fishing. So I'll tie these up, and hopefully soon I'll get to test them out once I can actually get back out on the water. So I'm gonna get set up, and I'll get back to you guys after we get the vise set up, and we'll get the tie flying. I am at a tongue twister for tonight, so I need my coffee. See you then. Alright, got this set up. I hope that's good and focused. Tilt that a little bit. Alright. So, we got our hook already set up with our bead on there. Now, let me see which one it was here, because one of these, I believe it was this one, I went and I put a little I put some soft lead wire on there, some 0.020, sorry. Whew, it's been a long night. On there on the body, and on the other one I didn't. Now this nymph already has a pretty good weight with that tungsten bead head, but if you're like me and when you're fishing a nymph you like to get the weight to it, then you'll want to put the wire on there, because it's going to give it that extra weight. And it's fine if you don't. Like I said, I tied it either way, and it worked out well. I'm just going to wrap that around a few times. 3 or 4 times is plenty, and then smush it all together up here. You don't have to go too crazy with it. Oh, my camera's jiggling. Just to sake of messing with the camera, I'm just going to use my old scissors and trim that. Definitely don't use any good scissors on any wire or anything like that, because they'll dull really quick. As a matter of fact, these particular scissors that I use this for, you can tell a difference between them. I mean, they were already cutting slow, but after using that, using them on lead and all sorts of other wires that I've had, even used them on some intruder wire, you can tell the difference. Now I just got that packed up, and I've slid that down into the to the nymph head there. That little bit of a bigger size helps seat that lead wire there. So now I'm just taking a few turns here. I've secured it to back to behind the bead head, and I'm just going to run it up the body. And I'm going right to the bend in that shank, and I'm going to twist up back to the top. That piece of lead wire is still sticking out on me a little bit. There we go, we got that nestled in there. Go ahead and trim off my tag here. Probably have to come back down and trim that a little bit more. Now, I've just cut off a tip of that black saddle hackle, and I'm just going to pick a little clump right here, and I'm just going to pull that right off. And I'm going to bunch it up in my fingers, stick it right here behind this, come up and grab it and tie it in. And I try to keep it pulled straight back as I'm going back on it to help keep those feathers straight whenever we go to tie the rest of it in. See, if you see, I let go of it there for a second and they kind of got splayed out. Now, going right back there to the bend of the hook, and we're going to go back up to the bead head. Make sure that's seated in there well. Yeah, I like how that looks. Alright, next part. I'm going to take a few inches of this. I think about 4 or 5 inches will do you. There's plenty on this spool, so I mean, if you use more than you need, do like me and save it, or you can throw it out. I mean, there's plenty on the spool. I think the spool's like $1 or $2. I try to let my supply stretch as much as possible. That way I can come back and I can tie just weird rando flies like this. This was a little bit of a working thing together. This was a little bit of new stuff, a little bit of old stuff. Now, sometimes it's a little tricky to get that part of that ribbon right there tied in, but I got it fairly easy that time. Now I'm going to work my way down. Now if you wanted, you could have started at the bottom with your string and tied it in down there and ran it up to the top. Oof, that's my fault, I just let go. Oh gosh, let me untangle this. Alright, that didn't offset us too much. I'm going to run it back down to the tail one more time now. I feel like I'm so out of breath. Really tired tonight. Just from tying a fly. Now I'm trying to overlap all my pieces here, that way you don't have any weird parts sticking out. Once you get to that bottom, you can take it back down, and you can go a little bit wider as you're going up. This gives you a chance to cover any gaps you might have had. And I like to go around real tight around the head twice, and then I take my string and cut it off. And fell off there for a second. Alright, that's good there. Grab my good scissors. There we go. Now, if you're like me, you can't see it, but from your view, but I've got a little bit of that ribbon sticking up still, and you can just tie that down with your string. Because this little section up here you're not even going to see because of our next part we're about to do here. And that is, we're going to take our pink laser dub and we're going to take a small clump, very small. I keep having an issue where I'm putting too much. It's like every time I'm putting too much. I've not got the perfect amount yet, but it is going to be a small amount. Oop, I had 2 parts connected there. So I got a little bit of a clump like that, and I'm going to roll this on and I'm going to see if I think that's going to make enough. Which I think it's going to be plenty. So I think this is about 1.5 inches to 2 inches of it. And I think that is the magic number because this looks really good. Yep. So we'll say 2 inches for the dubbing rope there. And I'm making a little bit of a thread head right here just to secure it all good and down. And I'm going to take my whip finish tool and I'm just going to whip finish it about 4 times. I think will be fine. Put that out there. Turn my thread there. I'm gonna take my cement here, my head cement. This is some that hairline as well. I bought a little bit because I got tired of my UV cure. So I thought I would try some head cement, and so far, I'm glad I made the change. Because this is great. This is so easy to use, and it hardens so fast, and it's just a good hold in general. All right. So that right there is what I dub, let's say the evergreen fly guy Cotton Candy Nymph. Looked all around and couldn't find anything like it, so if you see something out there, you let me know. But I think that one came out really good. Really nice head, collar, and the tail. We'll put it with the other ones. Now let me get my camera fixed back up, and I'll talk to you guys some more. Alright guys, so that has been, bring that a little bit forward. That has been what I'm going to call, like I've said previously, the evergreen fly guy Cotton Candy Nymph. Hope you enjoyed watching. On the subject of the flies, I actually have an abundant amount of flies already tied. So I have 3 of those right now. I'll probably tie like 4 or 5 more, just because I like to have a lot of extras, and I've been thinking about doing, and this is why I'm making all this, a couple giveaways. They'd be on my Instagram if you weren't interested in that, and just doing like 2 of everything I've tied in a fly box or something like that, and maybe like a decal, something like that. You know, it's just not anything crazy. But I've been thinking about that. They'd also just make great gifts for people, you know. So there's that too. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you can go out there and tie that nymph and catch some, because definitely this summer we're going to be taking them out. We're going to be trying them. Everything that I concoct in here we're going to try out, and we're going to catch fish on, and then we'll make new videos where we try them. But as of right now, I can't go fishing because it is cold. I know that's not an excuse, but I don't have waders. And yeah, I guess I could fish from the bank a little bit, but like where I like to fish the rivers and stuff, yeah, you need to be able to wade. So that'll be the goal for this summer: get a pair of waders and get back out there and start filming some fish. So get out there and catch some fish, guys.